Bamenda, also known as Abakwa, is the capital of the Northwest region in Cameroon. The city has a population of about 2 million people and is located 366 kilometers northwest of the Cameroonian capital, Yaoundé. Bamenda is known for its cool climate and scenic hilly locations. The city is made up of 3 main villages. We have Mankon, Kwen, Bamenda, and Kwen. However, it is surrounded by suburban areas such as Bali, Akum, Bambui, Chomba, and Batu. Guys, this is what Google is going to tell you about Bamenda, but I promise you Google has got nothing on the inside gist of Bamenda. Now, if you want to know what really goes down in Bamenda, keep watching this video and do not forget to subscribe. If you haven't watched any of my recent vlogs, I'm just going to leave the link. Oh my god, I've been waiting to do this. I just discovered how to leave end screens and links. I'm going to drop my link here so you go check it out. And at the end of this video, I'm going to leave some videos for you to check out. The whole of last night, I was on the YouTube studio checking like new features, and I was just amazed at the things that I've been missing. And I went back to most of my videos and I added end screens. So on this video, you're going to have an end screen, and then you're going to have a link popping. I could just throw in links. I don't know if I can do that, but I'll throw in a lot of links just because I can. Why should you stay in Bamenda? The first reason why you should relocate to Bamenda is one, Bamenda is affordable. Housing, transportation, food. It may seem like something little until you go to Douala, until you go to Yaoundé. I did my uni in Yaoundé, in Soa. I'm currently in Soa right now at my pastor's. So I did my university year, Yaoundé to Soa. Basically, my dad would send me food from Bamenda to Yaoundé because I could not, like my little allowance, I could not spend it on food. It was really expensive. Now, a few days ago, I was in Yaoundé. I went to the market to buy plantain. Guys, the price for plantain. I just looked at the plantains, I was like, wow, I'll eat rice. Because it was so expensive. The guys don't even joke. Food is expensive, housing is expensive. Where I stay in Bamenda, if you want to rent that kind of place in Yaoundé, in Douala, my god, you don't have head. They are going to cut your head off. So I don't take that for granted. Like, I don't even understand it. I don't know what it is because it's the same building materials that they use to build the houses in Douala. But housing in Douala is something else. And you even want to look at the surrounding in Douala, one very stupid gutter smelling watery place like that, but the price is gonna kill you. Now, the next thing about living in Bamenda that I enjoy so much and I don't take for granted is the fact that Bamenda people care a lot. Some of you may not understand this, some of you may not know the value of this. We have this sense of family. The people of Bamenda care seriously. Now, you may see this like a very stupid point, like people care. What are you doing with people? Like, are you coming to stay for people and all of that? But it really matters. Like, there are some things in life that you may see and think that they are very little, but these are very important things. Let me give you an example. I'll talk about Douala and Yaoundé a lot because these are the towns that I easily go to work in at. I remember there was some time I was at Bonaberry and I wanted to get to my bank. I checked on Google Map for where my bank was situated, you know, on the Google Map, and it showed me Ndogbong. So I took a bike and I said moto SGBC Ndogbong. I was in Bonaberry and the guy was like, he called one money. Okay, one money. SGBC Ndogbong. The guy took me, I was in Bonaberry, he took me behind and we're going towards Tico, and he dropped me at Ndobo. Like, he just got to some spots in Ndobo and was like, Inyapa SGBC is here. And I was like, mais que tu me laisses à Ndogbong SGBC and you carried me. The guy was like, no, madame, Inyapa SGBC ici, blah blah c'était this. I'm like, okay, brother, so tu veux que maintenant? He was like, no, descend. I was like, eh? I should descend. You wanted to create a scene there. Those guys are really aggressive, and we the Bamenda people are not aggressive. You get? I had to check with somebody, and the person now told me that there was an SGBC at the Ancien Route, Bonaberry. So that's how I went to the bank. Voila, people are very, like, especially the bike and the taxi men, very, very bad. This same scenario, in Bamenda, if I take a bike and the best is even a bike, okay, because for the taxi driver has other people that he has to drop, so he may not really attend to you. But in Bamenda, guess what, he will still attend to you fully if you don't know a spot. Now let me talk about bikes in Bamenda. If I take a bike in Bamenda and I tell the bike I'm going to Ringway Street, I don't know Ringway Street, the man is not going to overcharge me. Seriously, he won't overcharge me, and he's going to take me to Ringway Street. He will even go there and wait for the person that I want to see to come and pick me up. You understand? So the people in Bamenda care. When you wake up in the morning and you're walking on the street, even when you're exercising, you're doing sports, there's just this family thing. You meet your neighbor and you're like, not even your neighbor, you just meet somebody on the road. How you sleep? You dey well? You dey run? Una dey farm? You dey go school? Market don't start? Like, it's just that family thing, you see, which is underrated, seriously. Now the next thing about living in Bamenda, which you should consider, as in you should come stay in Bamenda, is the climate. Oh god, the weather. Bamenda is just this chilled place, you know. The sun is never too hot, it's not very, very cold, but the weather is just cool. When you're in Bamenda, Bamenda just helps you to keep your melanin. You're just fresh. The weather, the climate, it helps you to work. It helps you to think. Guys, have you ever tried thinking in Douala heat? You can't think when the sun is burning your skull. You can't, okay? And then I know there are very cold areas where you can't think when your brain is freezing. But Bamenda doesn't have that. Like the temperature is just cool. Just a very, very beautiful place. Now the next point I would tell you about Bamenda is that Bamenda has no pollution. When I'm talking about pollution, I'm talking about two things. The first is noise pollution. Bamenda is not a crowded place. Like, it's not choked up. You don't have a lot of noise, so you can have your cool head. You come back home, it's quiet. Right, let me say this again. Bamenda has no pollution, seriously. And when I'm talking about pollution, I'm talking about two things. We have noise pollution and we have dirt pollution. Now, Bamenda doesn't have a lot of industries. It's a very, very, should I call it homely, if that's a word. It's a very homely place. It's not much of an industrial area, okay? You know, for a little while we had some issue in Bamenda where our bins were loaded with dirt and nobody was working, but that was just a, you know, our thing going on. But Bamenda is back to beautiful, I promise you. Bamenda is a clean town, a very, very neat town. Fresh air, you breathe fresh air, because Bamenda has this thing about plants. You know, plants breathe in carbon dioxide and send out oxygen. Yes, nature study, I think I remember that. So it just creates this beautiful air for you to inhale. Now, another thing about Bamenda that you should consider, that you need to know, and that will make you to come to Bamenda, is the fact that Bamenda is the place for education. Now, this connects with the last point I just talked about, that Bamenda has no pollution. So by now, most of you already know that Bamenda has the best schools. Like, you went to school in Bamenda, yes, I know that very well. Because it has a lot of land, you're able to study well because of the point that I just mentioned above. No pollution, no noise pollution. So it's a quiet place. It's very, very good for you to have a cool head to go to school. You know that you're in school, you're concentrating on school, there's no distraction, you don't have this noise from this factory, you don't have this, you don't have that. So it makes it easy for students to pick up education. Okay, now the next point that I want to talk about that will make you to come to Bamenda is that Bamenda people are very, very cultured. We can't, like, we cannot even talk about, we cannot even argue about this. The whole of Cameroon will just agree with you. If you're looking for a wife, if you're looking for a friend, if you're looking for a husband, scratch that, and then you have somebody from Bamenda, just know that you're about to have the most amazing life ever. Nobody will even argue with that. That's because of all the points that I've been mentioning. You know, we have good weather, we have no noise, so it makes you to be a very, very nice person. Yes, in life, we are not even arguing with that. From the beginning, you have a cool environment to grow with. You're being taught how to love your neighbor as yourself. You're being taught in the ways of the Lord. You know, since it's just the people around, we don't have many foreign ideas, so it's easy for you to bring up your children in a particular way, the way of Bamenda, which is a very wonderful way, the ways of the Lord. And then your children, when they grow up, their goals, like, everybody wants to have a Bamenda wife because Bamenda wives are good. The reason why you should come to Bamenda is home. Like, anywhere you go to and anybody just says Bamenda, like, you just get that home. Bamenda, just the name even, it gives you that home vibe. When you think about Douala, let me explain this. When I think about Douala, I think of market. I think of going to hustle. I think of going to work money. I think of Yaoundé. I think of administration. You know, the government. Okay, I don't think about Bafusam. When I think about Kumba, I think of struggle. Okay, I don't know if some Kumba person is going to kill me in the comment section. But when I think about Bamenda, I think of settling. You don't see Pikiwe come off of Kumba. Tiko, Fiango, Mutengene. I don't have a problem with the Southwest. I actually love the Southwest, and I would love to settle in the Southwest. Maybe it defeats the purpose of this video, you get. But I really love to settle someday in Limbe. People in the Southwest, they have this thing. You have a child, the child is growing up, and you're teaching the child pidgin, and the child grows up and is talking torong pidgin, very, very torong, and he gets to play with their way of seeing life. I mean that people are not aggressive. We are this very cool, cultured people that you want to be like. I hope that as I'm talking like this, your appetite to come to Bamenda is increasing. But seriously, these points are very, very important. Until you don't have them before you will know. Until you don't have these things before you will know the importance. And until you experience one of these things and you go to an area that doesn't give you these things before you're going to know that, oh, Bamenda was taking Bamenda for granted. I need me some Bamenda in my life. So I'm just going to give a rundown of all the points that I mentioned. The first, you have Bamenda is very, very affordable. Second reason you should come to Bamenda is because the people of Bamenda care. People in Bamenda are very, very cultured. The fourth reason why you should come to Bamenda is because the weather, the climate is just amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you. The fifth reason why you should come to Bamenda is because Bamenda has no pollution. The sixth reason why you should come to Bamenda is because Bamenda is the home to the best schools in the country. Period. Most important reason why you should come to Bamenda is because Bamenda is home. Home for you, home for me, home for them. So if this video made sense to you, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you want to see more videos like this, let me know. I'm going to put them up. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye. Hey, and guys, don't forget to check the link that is going to appear somewhere. Oh my god, you guys have not seen the best of me.